Dear students, welcome to our class on Indian Monsoons 5. Indian Monsoons 5. In this class, we are going to study and understand medium range and extended range forecasts. Medium range and extended range forecasts. In that, a brief introduction of these two. Medium range weather forecast in India, extended range forecast in India, medium range weather forecast and extended range forecast predictions in India as far as agriculture is concerned. Here I would like to impress upon you in the first four classes we tried to understand what is monsoon. Monsoon is a word derived from Arabic word Monsoon, means season or monsoon, and from there we started our journey and we tried to understand differential heating of land and water bodies, that is sensible heat over the land mass of India, as also the latent heat released by water vapor, that is warm and moist winds that are carried from the oceanic areas, particularly from the southwest monsoon, southwest sides, southwest directions of India. Okay, so they are the driving forces or heat sources for Indian monsoon. From there, how northeast monsoon occurs, then what is the this is the basic mechanisms that we understood. Then we try to understand what are the variabilities in the Indian monsoon, what are the reasons for that. Interannual, even though insolation is same, there is a large variation in the interannual variation because of the southwest. Even the quantity is same. Spatial and temporal variations are there. So what are the reasons for that? Interseasonal, within the season, that is 1st of June to 15th of September. In that there is again temporal and spatial variation in the occurrence of ISMR, Indian summer monsoon rainfall. So those things, even daily wise also, even millennium wise also, we tried to understand. Then what is short range forecast? Short range forecast is anywhere between, by standard definition, up to 6 hours. Now casting, okay, 0 to 12 in certain books you will find 6 hours is standard. That means 0 to 6 hours. However, under extreme weather events, so it is forecast. It is the forecast is given for even for 2 hours or hourly basis also, depending upon the importance of that extreme event. So here in this class we try to understand what is medium range, what is extended range forecast. You see, basically short range forecast is having no casting in it. It is from 0 to 3 days, 0 hours to 3 days. So that means 24 hours to 72 hours forecast we give it there. Then what is the medium range weather forecast? Medium range weather forecast is for 3 days to or 4 days to 10 days. 4 days to 10 days medium range. What is extended range? Extended range is from 2 weeks to 1 month. So this is what extended range forecast. See what are the uses of this in the basic course. I have already introductory agrometeorology and climate change. What are the uses for the farmers as far as medium range weather forecast? See, actually, medium range weather forecasting is exclusively for the benefit of the farmers. Okay, so from there, okay, so some sections of the IMD were transferred to NCMRWF. Those things we try to understand in this class. Particularly in the year 1988, NCMRWF was this bit will come, National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecast. When was it established? It was established or incorporated in the Indian weather forecasting systems in the year 1988. This bit will come. Now here I would like to impress upon you that weather forecast with lead time from 72 hours to 240 hours. That is 3 to 10 days. 72 hours to 240 hours. We call it as the medium range weather forecast. Medium range forecast. Okay. Now, so medium range forecast using numerical models. Using, see, whether it is short range forecast, medium range forecast, extended range forecast. In the next class, we try to understand long range forecast. All these things, all these forecasts are the hard work of research, administration, whatnot, dissemination systems of, okay, etc., wonderful systems of India Meteorological Department as far as India is concerned, even globally also, in China, in Japan, in USA, in Europe, even within in India. Okay, so many organizations issue, okay, medium range weather forecast, short range weather forecast. However, inputs from those things are taken, and then output, okay, a product useful at the field level to the farmers is was the aim of and is the aim and will be the aim of medium range weather forecast, which lasts by definition from 72 to 242 hours in India, and using of different models, numerical models, dynamic models, statistical models, power, of course, power regression is again, okay, comes. So different, a combination of all these things from many different sources, and a product is generated. However, from the agriculture meteorological point of view, we try to understand what are the outlines, what are the basics of medium range and extended range forecast in this class. Now here, for the medium range forecast, numerical models that use the thermodynamics, okay, numerical models that use the because any forecaster try to identify the changes in the land, ocean, atmosphere over the ocean, and atmosphere over the land. So that means land, ocean, atmospheric, okay, interaction only, the numerical weather prediction, or you can say any global circulation model, GCMs, or anything they take into consideration. Basically thermodynamics of not only temperature, not only heat, not only water vapor. Wherever it is, some factor is influencing local topography, for instance. Okay, so that parameter also may be taken into consideration, or are being taken into consideration, not maybe, are being taken into consideration nowadays to give the best product to the farmers. Now here, see, southwest monsoon is, again, please understand that it is not confined only to India, it's not confined to only Asia. In my fairest opinion, after referring so many, like I said, it is a planetary system. It is a planetary system of a large scale atmospheric system. If atmospheric system is a large scale, it is a planetary system, Indian monsoon. So even for any forecast, whether it is short range, medium range, extended range, long range forecast, so it should be viewed from that angle. Now, so the evaluation of ERF, extended range forecast, or you can say, before we go for extended range, let us try to understand the evolution of medium range weather forecast. Okay, establishment was National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting was established in the year 1988. Then the very cardinal purpose, as I told a couple of minutes back, the cardinal purpose of the establishment of National Center Medium Range Weather Forecasting is, this bit will come, please write, okay, is Indian agriculture sector. Exclusive for Indian agriculture sector, National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting was established. A substantial part of its efforts, a substantial part of the National Center Medium Range Weather Forecasting are for, number one, implementing and stabilizing the medium range weather forecast systems. Implementing and stabilizing the medium range weather forecasting systems, number one. Number two, developing operational techniques. By research, okay, research. So procedures for downscaling and customizing the products for the use by farming community. Downscaling to the level of, at least nowadays we are seeing up to district level, okay. Now, downscaling the forecast products to the end user, that is the most importantly the farmers. And finally, to establish a countrywide dissemination system, okay, for all the products that were developed. So, with these four main, okay, cardinal objectives, so the National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecasting, all are included. First, developing some products, after that disseminating, developing, disseminating, and using whatever the best, okay, systems whatever the best techniques possible in integrating them and giving the best product to the farmers. Now, here the research and development efforts carried out in National Center for Medium Range Weather Forecast, research and developmental activities. They are the efforts for improving the forecast quality and also practical value. Quality and practical value of the forecast, that is downscaling, statistical interpretation, ensembling forecasting. MME, that's what we discussed in the last class, is determined by the guidelines which we have discussed before. So, the downscaling, the statistical interpretation, the ensembling, forecasting, and MME. All these things are a basis for achieving those objects. Now, so there were two things you should remember: a history or evolution. Now, using T80L18, T80L18, global spectral model, a fully operational location-specific forecasting system for agriculture was developed. First one, T80L18 global spectral model, that was first used. Then the location-specific forecasting procedures as well as agro-advisory services. Location-specific forecasting services and agro-advisory services are transferred to NCMRWF in the year 2008. Then the implementation of high-resolution advanced, T254L64. T254L64 forecast analysis system in 2007 ushered in a significant improvement in the forecast skill of the medium range weather forecasting, MRF, in India. Now, so the short and medium range prediction systems are a great success with 80% accuracy. They are a great success with 80% accuracy. This success is due to hard work by the personnel in the NCMRWF, IMD, etc. The fact that short and medium range atmospheric events depend largely on its initial values and also with improved observational data. So, what is the reason for the success of these two interventions? That's what I told earlier. Large scale data, wonderful. Before that, the initial values for running the models, because of these two, wonderful progress is made. Now, medium range weather forecasting is a wonderful success, up to 80% in serving the poorest of the poor farmers to plantation crops, forestry, fisheries, poultry, animals and sectors. So now let us see what is the extended range forecast. As I said, by definition of India or World Meteorological Organization, a forecast issued, a forecast issued for extended range forecast. I will let you support you that a forecast issued for 2 years. That's what we call it as the long range forecast. Extended range forecast is for 2 weeks to 1 month, 2 weeks to 1 month, extended that much. Now, so how it has evolved, how it differs from the medium range weather forecast. That point we should do. It is for, by definition, 2 weeks to 1 month. Now, the Indian summer monsoon rainfall forecast for 2 weeks to 1 month in advance is one of the most challenging tasks. That is, extended range forecast is one of the challenging tasks because complete interactions among land, air, sea. That's what it is. Land, atmosphere over the land, sea, atmosphere over the sea, and interaction. Land, sea, atmosphere interactions. Is a complex and also small scale convective activity. Small scale convective activity with large scale flow. Activities are local, or you can say small scale, but the flow is extensive area. So this is a certain complex. Usually the active equatorial intra-seasonal equatorial oscillation of certain systems enhance the convective activity over the North Indian Ocean and also northwards of Indian landmass. Local equatorial oscillations, equatorial oscillations, that's what we call ISO. Okay, equatorial intra-seasonal oscillations. Not interseasonal, intra-seasonal oscillations play an important role with reference to extended range forecast. This is an established fact. Once again, for your academic interest, equatorial intra-seasonal oscillations. What are these oscillations? As I said several times, see, there is a monsoon trough. There is a monsoon trough. If it reaches foothills of Himalayas, naturally there is a lull or less active monsoon. When it reaches to the equatorial region, okay, so there is a heavy rainfall. So this bit will come. For your academic interest, I will read the statement what you get in the exam. As it is in the exam, it is like this. In the active phase of the monsoon, the trough shifts to south of its mean position. In the active phase of the monsoon troughs shifts to mean position, the south of the mean position. Okay, and good amount of the rainfall is received from the southwest monsoon. Whereas, on the other hand, when it shifts towards the foothills of Himalayas, the rainfall reduces over the central parts of the country and monsoon break occurs. So this is what is the fundamental philosophy followed in the extended range forecast. Intra-seasonal oscillation, ISO, number one. Monsoon trough reaches Himalayas, break in the monsoon trough reaches the mean position towards the south. Excellent, good rainfall, we get it from these two findings and establishments. Okay, please note this bit will come. In the month of September, please write, in the month of September, the westerlies become almost absent. Therefore, there is a withdrawal of the monsoon from the northern India. Okay, this is in the form of statement. It is like this. In the second half of September, strength of monsoonal westerlies gradually decreases, leading to withdrawal of southwest monsoon. Strength of the monsoonal westerlies decreases when second fortnight of the September. Now, extended range forecast prediction. Extended range or medium range. How it is predicted? Very, very simple and interesting. From the agricultural meteorological point of view, not from general climatology point of view, from agricultural meteorological point of view, the forecast products from general circulation models, okay, being effectively used. General circulation models, number one. Number two, these general circulation models are important tools to simulate atmospheric circulation. General circulation models are useful for the atmospheric simulation model. Then, in the present day, most of the GCMs are coupled with oceanic models to take into account the interactions between the ocean, atmosphere over the ocean and land. Okay, GCMs. They are coupled with the, GCMs are important to simulate the atmospheric circulation. Now, here, another important thing is seasonal and extended range forecasts are different from, this is an important bit, please write. Seasonal and extended range forecast, what we are discussing in this class. See, medium range and extended range forecasts are different from other forecasts because of one reason. It involves, please write, prediction of deviations. It involves prediction of deviations of what? From the seasonal climate. How much deviation is there from the prediction? That is the basic criteria followed in the GCMs applying the global circulation models. Now, so here, very interesting thing I would like to share with you. Agricultural crops never end in 1 month or 2 months. Minimum 70 days they start. Average 120 days. So, the importance of medium range and extended range forecast here is that why extended range is introduced in India. It is because a crop goes through minimum 3 phases: vegetative, reproductive and maturity phases. These 3 phases take certain amount of time. So, they take more than 1 month, number one. Even within that 3 months period or 4 months period or 5 months period, if it is a horticulture crop, it is a perennial, maybe 20, 25, 30, 60, 70 years, like coconut, or you can say some other big plantations of mango. So, here important is within that 2 weeks to 1 month, how much deviation is there in the seasonal forecast. That is very much. Temporal and spatial occurrence. These are the things that are required by the farmer. So, to meet these requirements of the farmers or farming community, National Center for Meteorological Forecast gives extended range forecast. This in the form of statements in a half minute I will read and complete this class. Number 1, prediction in the scale of 2 weeks to 1 month. Prediction in the scale of 2 weeks to 1 month, which is known as extended range, is highly needed to farming communities and also for the policy planning. For what? In the context of extended range forecasting system program in India, the monsoonal program in India, the predictions of monsoonal rainfall is set for different temporal and spatial scales. Temporal, 2 weeks to 1 month. Spatial, even a Met division level. Temporal and space. This is what is the crux of the forecasting systems in extended range forecast, or also in the middle range forecast. Now finally, the ERF is used, extended range forecast is used, is of course how it is given. Dynamical and statistical techniques are used, GCMs, integrations are carried. The forecasts are mainly generated for 2, precipitation and temperature. Precipitation and temperature forecasts are given. This is what I would like to discuss with you. Basically, that medium range weather forecasts are extended range forecasts, exclusive for the farmers. What are the deviations of the climate forecast or weather forecast within that 3 to 10 days or 2 weeks to 1 month, which are really useful to the farmers and for the planners. This is the purpose as far as we agriculture meteorologists are concerned. This much is enough for medium range weather forecast and extended range forecast. Thanking you for your patient hearing.